I don't leave work until the roads are clear.
We plug away as fast as we can, you know. They got to get back out there, so.
Because it's going to be basically all hands on deck.
We don't go home to our families or tend to our own business until the streets are cleared and done.
Well, the meeting's over now.
See how the truck cut off now?
Actually, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's pretty cold.
Run for hours and they come in here exhausted, bodies are beaten.
The county yard getting the load.
When their shift ends, have them report right to the yards.
And they had that crew over there about 20 minutes ago as well.
This is everybody coming together to make sure that we're serving our residents.
Whiteouts with this, we're seeing visibilities down to a quarter mile.
1,000 miles of snow stretching from Nebraska all the way to Maine.
1 to 2 feet of snow. We could be talking gale force winds, so power outages a good possibility as trees come down.
Driving around Westchester has been no picnic in the storm.
The snow plows keeping busy, long, monotonous hours.
So millions of people impacted as we head through the next 3 days. This will be a 3-day event stretching from the Great Lakes into the Middle Atlantic.
I think the thing that is of the most concern to me and to all of us here is, number one, that we ensure the safety of our residents and we ensure the safety of all the people who are working in the town.
The highway guys know, basically, once you start plowing, it's a 10 to 12 hour run because it's going to be basically all hands on deck.
And one of the things that we are very concerned about is staff fatigue.
All right, right now we open normal time, 7:30 this morning. We've received over 150 calls already. People, in panic mode. What do I do? Where are the plows?
This is everybody coming together to make sure that we're serving our residents.
Some of the streets are very narrow. Yeah, you have trouble getting the truck down with the plow, but you manage. You find a way to get it done. You have to open the road. You don't have a choice. We don't leave till this is done. We don't go home to our families or tend to our own business or our own problems until the streets are cleared and done. We respond to a lot of different things in the highway department. We'll go to a house fire with a payloader or a building fire with a payloader to pull debris out. One of the biggest mistakes people make during the storm is they'll snow blow their driveway while we're still plowing. We call it the dance of the snowblowers. That's what I call it. I call it the dance of the snowblowers, because you'll be out plowing all night, and at first light, everybody's out with their snowblowers shooting the snow back into the street. You're usually probably at the 3-inch mark or 4-inch mark, and you know it's coming, that you have to clean the streets, that you start plowing. When people go to bed at night and there's snow on the road, and they get up in the morning and the snow is gone, it's because we were out all night long.
If we have enough vehicles and enough trucks, I would suggest that they follow a bigger truck in an area. With the amount of snow that we're getting, they're not going to be able to do it on their own. Whoever's working today, when their shift ends, have them report right to the yards. Did we have that? There goes the generator. We've been in storms where it's been 1 inch, 2 inches an hour. I don't think it's been a long time since we've been in something that's dumping something that quickly. Like when you finish an area, it's already full of snow again. It's been a long time, and as you know, we will be out there as long as we can.
Having these guys out there 10, 12 hours can sort of wear on you, and then sort of like last night, we had snow all night, and then to have those guys back out there 4 o'clock in the morning just to make sure, clearing off the roads. Yeah, it was shut down and you can't travel, but doesn't mean we don't work. They just run for hours. They just really do. They run for hours and they come in here exhausted, bodies are beaten. I get to work before the snow starts. I don't leave work until the roads are clear. This is our GPS tracking system. Like I said, all the vehicles that we have, I pretty much will go to my status, so this way I can tell how many vehicles I have. Then I can go to my map, and basically these are all our vehicles. I keep everything. I keep my notes on if the vehicle was in here, how long it was in here, what time it left out of here, whether or not we had to put the guy into a different vehicle altogether. This is my dispatch radio. There are times when this is going haywire, or I'm going haywire. Let's start with me first. There may be times I'm out in the garage running around. I may be outside checking on a truck. I may be going to find a person. And that's when I grab my trusty little handheld. This will allow me to just walk around the building, still communicate, but I just don't have the one for window view. This is just really quick. It's scratch notes. So soon as somebody calls me, I want to know what time what truck it is, what the problem was, what time they came in, so I can also tell the supervisor what time that truck left. Honestly, it's a safety overall. Listen, I have kids. I have a grandkid, and I've had an accident, and I don't think I want them to be part of that. And because of these guys, the way that they care, I have to say it's. My overall goal is that the time that I'm here, that I continue to have a bunch of guys that actually are willing to care about what they do as much as these guys do. The clearest roads I travel are the roads that I work on. And you get a bunch of guys that actually want to do that. How could you really want more?
I mean, we fix them on the spot. They break on the road, blades, bolts snap off all the time, and they bring them back in. Chains get loose. Sometimes the hydraulic hoses freeze over, stuff like that. And we fix them right on the spot, get them back out there. All the trucks from all the yards, yeah. Everything comes here. So we'd like to say usually within an hour, though. We'd like to get them back out there as soon as possible. Yeah, we plug away as fast as we can, you know. They got to get back out there, so.
If we get 20 inches of snow,
I need a hand. I'm on Monroe.
we'll be plowing this probably at least another 5 or 6 more times. Because by the time I do this area and go to another area and come back, this right here will be covered back up again. Manhole. The key is you want to get ahead of it before it comes, because you get too much snow on it, you can't keep up with it. Once you keep up with it, then you're pretty good with it, because you don't want this. You don't know, once people ride on it, it gets packed. You can get ice up underneath there. You don't want no ice up underneath this, because once you get ice up underneath the plow, sometimes when you make the turn, it slides. You don't want that. See, and it makes it easier too when you know where the street is and the curves is, because a lot of people, they come here, they got to use a map, so that takes longer, you know what I mean? It is, when you know where you're going and pretty much know what you're doing, it makes everything easy for you, you know? I did all that on the other side already for you. All that taken care. See, like when you're coming around this corner right here, if there was ice right here and you're trying to make a turn like that, you can slide right into that. See another thing about this plow? See, like when I come on this side right here, see how the plow angles?
Oh, wow.
So you swing it like that, and go, and it pushes it. You know what else is helpful on this right here? See those orange things right there? Those are like markers. It lets you know where the plow's at. It's like a guide. See the wind blowing now, picking up, see? Keep on going till you can't go no more.
Do you sleep there?
Yeah.
How do they do the sleeping there?
You gotta grab a chair, or grab a truck or something. See right here? See how? Oh shit. See how the truck cut off now?
Oh, like stall?
Yeah. See how these people park? See, now I gotta be extra careful now. See how they park like this? I can mess around. I can mess around and hit the car just like that. That's why that's why I gotta go nice and easy with it. I mean, once you pretty much got the experience and you know the route, it's pretty good. The main thing is knowing knowing the area. What's the hardest thing? To me, just be safe and be careful. 136 on.
220, right?
The county yard getting the load.
Well, what happens is that there's another storm coming Monday, and there'll be no place to put the snow, and you guys will lose more parking spots. Basically, what we're doing here tonight, we're gonna scrape all the snow off the sidewalks, pick up the piles, they're gonna be loaded onto those big Mack trucks, and then they have an area where they're gonna just dump it. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's pretty cold. But you know, we're used to this type of weather, so we work all year. You dress in layers, and you do what you gotta do. It's cold. It's late at night. We're here to make sure that when you guys get here in the morning, the parking lot is nice and clean, and we'll get ready for the next storm.
Well, we're all here to see this wonderful snow melter. You know, there was a time where you'd have to wait for the sun to come and melt all of the snow and ice, and we're so fortunate that here at the town of North Hempstead, we have rented a snow melter for the next 2 months so that we can take care of the mounds of snow, and you see them around you.
We're very excited about this acquisition for the town. It enables us to remove the snow from areas such as the train stations and other areas that are integral to the residents of the town.
This machine that's behind me will melt 100 tons of snow an hour. And with the amount of snow that we have in our downtown, in our commuter lots, it's going to help us out tremendously.
So one of the things that's great about this is that the water melts and the debris, the rocks, the gravel, the sand, the salt, the twigs, that stays at the bottom of the truck. It doesn't go into the drainage system. The machine itself is cleaned out every 8 hours, so we're able to take that debris and dispose of it properly so it's not going into our drainage system. This is a way of making sure that our snow is melted quickly. It helps to alleviate the fatigue of our guys who are out there plowing. So it's when you have people who are plowing day and night, when it comes to snow removal, anything that we can do to make that job more efficient and more effective is what our goal is.
My goals for the town of North Hempstead are to make a safe environment for the residents of North Hempstead. That's the highway goal. If it snows, emergency, whatever the case may be, and that's what we signed up for when we take the job in the highway department. We are the first responders, and I have respect for the police department and the fire departments. I do, but you're right. They wouldn't be able to get anywhere if it wasn't for us clearing the roads and opening the roads in emergencies. Well, I got to tell you, I'm a superintendent for a long time. I've been on the town for 35 years, working for the town, and I have the utmost respect for my men, and I think they're the best bunch of highway employees there is. They never say no. When I ask them to come in at 5 in the morning to sand, if I ask them to stay 3 days, they will stay here and work for the town of North Hempstead until the job is done.